Good morning there. It is 9 a.m. January 4th, 2024 on a Thursday. I'm going to try refreshing my page and see if I get a quicker. Oh, no, that didn't get me quicker. That actually took me out of my monitoring page. All right, so I've got an audio check on my other monitoring tab. There it goes. And I'm unmuting desktop audio, so anybody who tries a speaker bot, that should be working. And we're going to see if I've got all the problems ironed out. I'm going to go start with chat because I want to address Alice's issue, because I think I might have something on that. At first I was just going to say, oh, that's above my pay grade, outside of my bailiwick. I don't know. But maybe I got something. John Williams says, joy to the world. That's in reference to the trailer. Alice says, hi all, trying to fix an iPod Nano 2nd generation. Screen doesn't work, I think. Got a new cable. PC picks it up on iTunes, but the screen only shows a white light. Shame. Really wanted to use it again. I'll come over here to what I found on that. On LiveWire.com, how to reset 1st gen through 5th generation iPod Nano. When I started asking myself, well, what could I think of? Well, I was thinking a manufacturer reset or hardware reset. And this is what I found. Hold the switch to the on position. Now, don't do it yet, Alice. Hold the switch to the on position so the orange appears, and move it back to off. Press and hold the menu button. Click the wheel and the center button at the same time. Hold for 6 to 10 seconds. This process should reset the iPad Nano. I have not read far enough to find out if that erases everything that's on it. So I'm going to suggest you read this through, look at this site a little bit better. Now that looks like a really long URL. I'm going to see if I can paste that into chat. Why is it not even clicking? Okay, there it is. I'm going to paste that in and just press enter without saying anything about what it is. Yeah, it looks like that got the whole thing. Because if I put in, the @ symbol and Alice's name, that might be too long. I don't know. Then Lana Dro says, my cat thinks your trailer is tops. Thank you, Lana and Cat. Rick Lakes, Mike Wojcik, Rick Lakes, people saying hellos to each other, inquiring how they're doing. And Lawn Dog is here. We're going to get into the topic you brought up yesterday in a little bit. Dennis is here on the phone, not able to type anything. Yeah, but you just did. I'm here on the phone. I will not be able to type anything. Did he not just type something? Maybe he dictated that. Alice says hi to Dennis. Sheldon with the weather report. Brian says, cut the red wire. Alice says, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking you might be trying it during the show today, but I think you ought to take a little more cautious approach to that if you're concerned about the content. If you can re-download the content, then you'd be fine. Yeah, Dennis says it was speech to text. Okay, now let me get, we got Rick and Jeff. Come to what I want to do next. Channel comments. 22 hours ago, Dennis said, so ABC News Live also has 11-hour, 55-minute videos or live streams, so YouTube is definitely cutting people off. That's just confirmation of what Ken Stout discovered on his so-called 12-hour long live stream, where he actually did go 12 hours and about 5 minutes, but YouTube says it was only 11 hours and 55 minutes because they cannot store live streams over 12 hours, or so they say. Where's the conspiracy theorists in that, huh? Josh saying he did not get a notification or just missing it. So I want to point out to Josh, if you would go, or anyone else who's concerned about notifications, when you go to your to a YouTube tab, come over here to, let's see, up here to notifications. Click on this, and that number 9 there was just showing 9 notifications that I haven't seen yet. You should be able to scroll down here and see recent notifications. So if you think you missed a notification, scroll down in here and see if it actually did come and you just didn't notice it. Now notice when I get down here to the bottom, I think it's going to, yeah, it loads some more. So it just goes farther and farther back. I'm at 2 days now, and then 3 days. I don't know how far back that history is going to go, but you can see if a notification was actually issued to you and you just didn't notice it. There's a whole bunch of other things to look at regarding notifications, but for Josh's question, let's just start with that one and see if that gets you figured out. Now, I'll say a couple other things about notifications. YouTube has told us, let's see, where was that at? Yeah, managing YouTube notifications. They have told us some things about how notifications are handled. There is some verbiage in here that, let's see, notification settings may differ slightly by device. So whether you're on a phone or on your computer, your settings can be different. But this part, and not every new upload will result in a notification to viewers. We already know within this community that we've discovered before that there's a limit of 3 notifications from any particular channel per day. If you go to a 4th one, the notifications don't go out. And I think Ken Stout has actually tested and confirmed that. But there's other information here about notifications and configuring your notifications, and there's a whole lot more on the subject that I'm not intending to go into today because there's a lot there. But I'll take and put that into chat as well. And I'll say notifications, and paste that, see if that goes through. Looks like, is it gonna go? Nope, -1. So I'll backspace over the period. That'll work. I don't think the period is needed for that link. Oh, there is a period at the end. So you might have to add a period to the end of that, or I come back and put note and paste it. Now it'll go with the period. So that second one would work. I'll come up here to the first one, and I don't get the 3 dots. I cannot delete that first one until I come back here and refresh, get on the right one, refresh the page, and then pop out chat again. Popping out chat isn't necessary for being able to delete a comment, but now I should be able to go delete that prior comment. And there it is. So that covers those 2 channel comments. Thumbs up and heart, thumbs up and heart. You get a heart, you get a heart. Ken Stout, give Ken Stout thumbs ups, because he likes thumbs ups. Emotes, emojis. Is he in chat? I don't think he is. I haven't seen him. He's not feeling well. Best wishes to Ken Stout, but I'm going to harass you any chance I get, just because I can. So Lawn Dog yesterday brought up this thing about Apple iPhone products and the ability to get data off the phone. So he gave a lot of made a lot of comments about what he got from Steve Gibson's show on Tuesday. I went back and watched it. Listened to Security Now yesterday about using registers and Apple chips that were not documented anymore. Let's cut to the chase. The NSA stuff intentionally created a backdoor. The revelation is the constant battle with Apple saying they could never get your data. This is the one that I had a reaction to. I just said, no. This, and I don't think Lawn Dog intended to say this the way I took it. I took this to say that it's not true that Apple can't get your data. You can walk into an Apple store, go to the Genius Bar, and they can get your data off the phone for you. That's not what this was about at all, but that's what I thought he was saying there. I'm saying, no way. What it was, and what both Leo Laporte and Steve Gibson seem to conclude with making deductions, because they can't find everything about it, is that it's quite feasible story that NSA forced Apple to create a backdoor method so that NSA could get a malware onto a phone and be able to access it. That doesn't mean they just have easy free access to everybody's data. That's not what they're saying at all. And it does appear to be something that was either created by Apple, perhaps in collaboration with NSA, or possibly they also gave a nod to the possibility that it was some other supplier upstream from Apple that got that hardware configuration onto the devices that made it functional. I kind of doubt that. I'm more inclined to think it was a collaborative effort between Apple and NSA or some three-letter organization, so that government could spy most likely on other governments. Now, the interesting thing to me, and that they didn't bring this out, is that this was discovered and reported by Kaspersky Labs, which is a Russian company. Sometime during the last year or so, maybe 2 years, Russia and China started not allowing iPhones into certain governmental or certain types of meetings. I don't know how much, I don't know if they barred them from the whole country or what, but they said no more iPhones. So here's my speculation. The only way Kaspersky, according to them, the only way they found this out is one of their internal phones from their staff got infected with malware, and they watched what this malware was doing. The malware was going to this particularly undocumented register and being able to manipulate things in such a way that they could gain full access to the phone. I don't think Kaspersky actually got to the point where they could actually take over some other phone. I didn't catch that in Steve's reporting. But if Russia banned iPhones because they discovered this and China discovered this some time ago, what really makes sense to me is that the Russian spy agencies, what is it, KGB? I don't know what it's called. How about if they managed to get a phone inside of Kaspersky infected for the purpose of making sure that Kaspersky would expose this to the world and force Apple to fix it. Now, Apple has fixed this. This particular vulnerability no longer exists on an updated phone, but there's the possibility that there are some other high-level spy agency type backdoors that Apple collaborated with the spy agencies to put in place. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. Countries spy on other countries. The only way you're going to stop that, in my opinion, is if some aliens from outer space comes and dominates our world and forces us all to get along with each other, or some deity, God Almighty, forces us to get along. And I'm not sure that's really the world I want to live in, because that's probably going to make everybody equal and even. And some of you might be saying, well, I don't mind being equal and even so that all these rich people don't exist. But what if being equal and even means you have to live at a lower standard of lifestyle than what you currently have? Would you be okay with that? So anyway, countries are going to spy on countries. Get over it. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, Greg, countries spy on their own citizens. Yeah. Now, it would be my hope, and I expect that there are some pretty tight controls. And let me tell you something. If I were the Apple employee who was assigned the task of creating this backdoor, I do not want to know everything. I do not want to have the capability myself of implementing this. And I suspect it's probably the case that this cannot be done by a single person, just like nukes. Nuclear munitions cannot be launched by a single person. There are checks and safeguards in place on the things that have too much power. So I suspect that this particular backdoor is pretty well protected. Anyway, that's my take on that. So Lawn Dog, thank you for bringing up the subject. And it's a nothing burger. I'm not concerned or worried about that at all. And not at all surprised that that would exist. Okay, so now Where am I? The first one works. Do I have two? I think I have two chat windows open, apparently. Get back to chat. Did I cover everything that I wanted to? I think I did. I think I did. I think I can. I think I can. Traveling up the mountain. The little train that could. Find where I am. Let's see. That's a link that I put in for Alice. Do you have other avatars for your traders? Wait a minute. I didn't hear that come through. I did not hear that come through. Actually, John, yeah, I have an idea this morning to make a change on the avatars. I do have, in the near future, tentative plans to change the avatars on the trailers around. That's 904. I've got it. Oh, you know what? Let's go check and see if there was a bot error. Account connected. I don't see any action history. There are other bot attempts. Ay, caramba. Where would that be messed up? Okay, if I go to accounts, no, that's SpeakerBot. Up here is where the platforms, YouTube, public. This isn't connected. Sign in with a broadcast account, bot account. Yeah, it's not connected. Connecting, it says. Is there some kind of confirmation panel somewhere wanting me to click on something to get that connected? That's auto connect. I'm going to try closing those two and reopen them. See if that gets us back. So here's streamer bot and speaker bot. See if that brings them back. Here it's launching. Is it going to come on this screen? Yeah, it came on this screen. And streamer bot, platforms, YouTube, account, connecting. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with that. It's not connecting. I can't type in the user field. Okay, I'm going to turn off the auto connect and try launching StreamerBot again and see if I can manually trigger connection. Now you can stop trying the testing until I get it back up. Platforms, YouTube, account, sign in with goggles, choose your account, live Windows training, allow it to do all this stuff, logged in successfully. There it shows logged in. And here, if we look at, go ahead and try it again. Go over here to event log. And
Jim KJ3N said so much for AI. Does this guy know what he's doing?
Hey, I just fixed it. So the answer is yes.
Brian Lightfoot said you get what you pay for.
I know what I'm doing. I just fixed it. So there. How about that? Then come back over here, bring chat up. Scroll back. I don't think this is the chat screen I was on. I've got two chat screens open. This one has a highlight. Alice, Brian Lightfoot came close. I'm not going to try to decipher what that conversation was. Greetings, Bobby Warren's here. Other avatars. And the first one works. Oh, that was in relation to the links. Not anymore. Ken Stout, thumbs up, thumbs down, all the same to me. Give Ken Stout some emotes in chat. Put in his @KEN so you get his name and give him a thumbs up emoji because he was talking about that on his New Year's Eve show, how much he just loves those. Enjoys when people send him thumbs up emotes. Ken Stout, I have a premiere scheduled as well. Do you there? I looked for that before the show started, before I started. Let's see, and what it showed me was that you weren't going to have a, yeah, see, here it is still again. There will be no
Brian
stream.
Lightfoot said Ken Stout needs some love.
There'll be no stream on yesterday. So if you're wondering if you can watch a stream from Ken Stout, he's not going to be streaming yesterday. So don't try to go watch his stream yesterday. All right, that.
Ken Stout leaves said it is a premiere for today, sad.
Oh, I know that. I understand that. I was going to look at your title that's telling us that you're not going to stream yesterday. I don't need to know that. That was yesterday. What am I going here? I'm trying to go, oh, I went into traders there, I think. Redirects. He's usually down here at the bottom. Ken Stout, 9:45, morning thoughts. Yeah, I don't think I got a chance to see his first morning thoughts. This is his morning thoughts. What, number 2? Didn't he actually just show a number for it? Go to videos here, notify me, morning thoughts number 2. So this one, morning thoughts number 2024. So he jumped from the 2024 morning thoughts all the way back to the second. The boy doesn't know how to count. That's all I can say. Brian DeCan, ABC News calls. They want their 3 seconds of video back. I think that was that the one that was it Dennis that was saying ABC News only got 11 hours 55 minutes. I don't know. Too bad I sold it to the news network. John Williams, D is not working. BBB bottom RGB on front panel does not change color. BBB Bigby's build bottom RGB on front panel does not change color. I'm struggling to understand what you're referring to. See if he clears that up. John Williams. Big Beast build bottom RGB on front panel does not change. I don't know what you're referring to there. Greg M. Countries also spy on their own citizens. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's not working. Houston does not work. It does now. Apparently my chat messages aren't working either. What? What? Greg M. Your chat working messages are working, Ken. Lawn Dog, this type of backdoor access is not for the common purpose, and I know it's high-level access or information. Point I'm trying to make it does exist. That's not the only type of espionage. Of course, I agree completely. That's not news to me anyway. And this is one of the points that must be made about other countries hating us. Well, they're doing the same thing. What if other countries were in control of things? They would do absolutely the same thing for creating control of their citizens. Yep, they all do it. Get over it. Something like that. Lawn Dog. I also want to make a statement that all this data in the world we are supposedly giving away thinking is innocuous. It is not. We are fighting over it. If this innocuous data wasn't important, we wouldn't be fighting over who controls it. But they're not spying on us average citizens unless there's something we have that they need. Just because the government's spying on each other, that doesn't mean that they're spying on the average citizen to find out, I don't know, what videos you're watching? What? No, spying on each other, hey, high levels. It's not me, I don't care. Danielle Emberly, perhaps a future topic, backup housekeeping. How to safely move backup files without upsetting the backup app. I have done that. I have moved backup files. What happens is when you go into your backup application, you have to browse to find those backup files and it can recreate the indexes. Now that has to be the case because when you do a backup, are you going to be restoring on the same computer?
Ski Man 21632 said, we have what they need, taxes.
You're going to be restoring on any possible equipment. So the ability to access a backup file when it's been moved to a different computer or different drive, that has to be present. There are delete inhibits that backup softwares can have to prevent you from deleting a backup file in File Explorer. Well, they won't let you delete it there, but you can delete it from within the backup software. In Macroom Reflect, that's an option that you have to turn on, and I think that option is only available in the paid version. Not certain about that. Anyways, I'm glad you kind of saw what I saw with this backdoor access. And I'm very impressed, and also Steve and Leo were impressed with how well that backdoor access was designed. You have to know information. It's not really hackable. So whoever has created that, and then the hardware configuration exists on all iPhones that have not been updated. So it existed back then in the days that was current. But whether it was accessible remotely, I did not get that out of Steve's presentation. I don't think he covered that. Were they able to identify that whoever is in control of this backdoor could pick a phone out there? Probably there's some authorizations involved, and there's probably multiple people involved in implementing it. But can they actually access a phone without first infecting it with some form of malware? I don't think they got to that point. I don't think I care about that point either, though, but just interesting point. On Dog Daniel, it's an interesting subject for safety. On very few occasions I've ever had to do it. I just restart the backup process to point to the new storage rather than trying to move it. StreamerBot server must down. We got that figured out. You get what you pay for. We get a lot of really neat stuff for free. Now, I gotta say, we get a lot of stuff for free. That did not happen before computers. For what it's worth, I use free Macrium and boot it standalone. It doesn't need an internal directory of backup locations. I have to tell it each time. Yeah, because you don't have your backup configuration saved on your hard drive. Yeah, you would have to be configuring it each time. Well, you know what? I think you can store on your thumb drive. I think you can store the backup job. You would have to create a backup
Ken
job.
Stout Live said, yes, we get live Windows training and Grandpa Duke plays Fortnite.
Did you hear that, Grand Duke? I think it said Grandpa Doug. It pronounces Grand Duke. Let's see. I can replay that one. I'll go replay that one. Let's see. You're seeing... Where is it? No, I want to go this way. Down here, video files. That didn't come up. Didn't come up. This is kind of cool to be able to replay this. Yeah, I got to remember where I got it stored though. It's on video files, sort here, TTS audio files, date created, so this one, should be this one.
Ken Stout Lab said, yes, we get live Windows training, and Grandpa Doug plays Fortnite.
Now, you heard the tone of voice, the inflection was different. That one is the same voice. Was it the same voice? Now it's saying Ellie, or Dami. Here, so I can
Ken
play
Stout
this.
Live said, yes, we get live Windows training and Grandpa Duke plays Fortnite.
Grandpa Duke. Yeah, but those three words are together. So I was trying to pronounce those as a word. Now this one.
Ken Stout Lab said, yes, we get live Windows training, and Grandpa Doug plays Fortnite.
Grandpa Doug.
Ken Stout Live said Grandpa Doug.
Well, congratulations, Ken Stout Live, that you could say Grandpa Doug. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I was getting at when you create the backup schedule, for instance, you would have to tell it to save that on your thumb drive. And then you could, next time you boot Macrium on your thumb drive, it should know, it should be able to access that backup schedule or the backup configuration file, even when you're booting it standalone. I think. I don't think I've tried it. There's the thumbs up from Wintermute. It's a premiere for today.
Ken Stout Live said, "What did I win? Winner, winner, chicken dinner."
Yeah. Danielle, Lundog to Danielle, I'm not even sure if Macrium can deal with moving your backup storage to somewhere else. Yes, it can. I've done it. It might move the data to another drive, then tell Macrium that this is the new daily backup storage area kind of thing. The next time the backup routine starts, it'll probably override everything or probably just continue. Kind of interesting to do that kind of experiment. Wintermute to Ken, this is Deep Thoughts with... Is this going to be like Deep Thoughts with Jack Henney? I don't know. Where are we at? 9:31. I'm going to give up here. Scanning. Oh yeah, Ken, are you feeling better? More or less, yes. We're going to play words with the exact same statement is what he was doing. Okay, I'm going to read through the rest of this later. Do you feel that a gamer needs to do daily backups? Well, it depends upon if they're doing other things on their computer that they want backed up. If the only thing you use the computer for is gaming, then no. However, having a full image backup means that may save you from having to reinstall the game. So yes, take that back. Yeah, a gamer needs to do daily backups. You're asking there. The reason why I wanted that for Josh, and the answer for Josh is yes, is because he was kind of picking and choosing when to do backups, and he only had one full backup present. And then he sometimes does a lot of stuff with his computer on one particular day, and if his computer crashes between that day and the next time a full backup is done, then he loses all of that stuff. We never know what day he's going to do a lot of stuff. So I wanted to just do differential backups on a daily basis for him. Those backups are going to be very, very small until he comes across a day where he does a lot of stuff. And then, since it's going to be doing differential backups every day, if the computer crashes 1 or 2 days after that, we can recover that. He doesn't even need to figure out what is it that he lost. He uninstalls games, he reinstalls games, he downloads stuff from different places. We don't know when it's going to happen. I think it's important that he has a valid backup of that shortly after that stuff that he did. That's why, not that a gamer needs daily backup, but Josh Kinder needs daily backup, in my opinion. Okay, that's enough. Let's put this to bed. I will read through the rest of the comments later. And today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, okay. Got it. I guess I've got nothing else to say. I got nothing else worthwhile. I'm going to click the button. I'm out of here. Goodbye.